I can't tell them nothing.
DJ Flip, make the money flip.
I can't tell them nothing. Too many niggas riding, I can't tell them nothing. When Lil Bro them gon' slide, I can't tell them nothing. 300, they gon' ride, you can't tell them nothing. And if you ain't sliding, they gon' tell you.
You know, obviously there's usually a lot of excitement in media day. It's got to feel a little different knowing that here they're expecting a rebuild. In Minnesota, where you just left, there's a lot of excitement for being able to challenge for the playoffs. How do you approach that, or what's going through you? What kind of thoughts are going through your mind?
On regards to the excitement for this team or with Minnesota? I'm extremely excited. You know, it's a new opportunity for a lot of people, a new opportunity for me, a new chapter. So it's excitement. You know, whenever you come out here with a new group of guys, we're starting to gel, we're starting to mesh a little bit. You know, media day is supposed to be fun and cool. You know, we get to talk to you guys, get all the scoops out, and it's a really good time. You know, training camp's coming up, a lot of competition, and we're looking forward to the season.
Zach, on your left here. This way.
Oh, there we go.
Got you. When do you expect to be back on the floor playing?
As soon as possible. I know that at the minimum, you know, the surgeon, everybody has been telling everybody 9 months. You know, I'm very far along in the progress right now, and doing things that you know, I'm very happy about. You know, I put a lot of work into this, and you know, I can't stand just sitting here, but it's you know, it's the way it is, and I think at minimum it's 9 months, and then I can start doing more on a timetable from there. But you know, every day I'm in the gym working, you know, getting back, so when I hit the floor, it's going to be running. I'm not going to have any constraints or anything like that. So,
Zach, you made some news a little bit at Summer League by saying you plan to be back for the season opener, or at least ready for the season opener. Will you understand if the franchise takes a conservative approach and maybe even holds you out a little bit past when you're ready, because given how important you are to this franchise moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I wanted to just let everybody know that I feel good, I'm healthy. If they were to allow me, you know, I'm going to push it as much as I can. Just that's the type of person I am. But, you know, it also, like you said, for them, you know, giving me that little bit of a constraint, you know, shows that they have trust in me and that they, you know, they care about me. You know, I just don't throw me out there, and you know, you got to respect that. But from an athlete's point of view, it's just, you know, it's tough. But you know, you want to be healthy, and I want to do everything I can to help this organization. So, you know, I'm doing whatever they tell me to do.
Zach, Bulls fans have been a little, because of the Derek stuff with the knee injuries, a little obviously hesitant on guys with knee injuries.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about the measurements and kind of the stuff you're doing now, and where your leaping ability is. Can you tell us kind of where that is, and are you surprised at kind of how quickly maybe it's come back?
Yeah. So with, you know, the technology nowadays, and you know how much work people put in, and it's my vertical leap is so when this is my first like pre-draft workout, you know, right after the combine, so they had all my measurements from here. My 3/4 sprint faster than what it was. My first 10-meter sprint's faster. My standing vertical is faster. My one-step vertical is faster off 2 feet, or higher off 2 feet. So it's been coming along really well. Like you said, I was a little surprised a couple times. It was like, oh wow, like yeah, it's higher than what it was. So it's as long as I can keep progressing at this rate, you know, I'm gonna be back, you know, better than what I was doing before.
Zach, there were obviously some big name NBA guys today that had loud voices as far as what's gone on this past weekend. And what's your take on the things that happened, and what do you hope this team and their approach is to that? I mean, John said he was going to meet with everybody and with Fred and get you guys all together and hear whether it's your concerns, your voices. What do you hope happens out of all of this?
You know, regardless, like you know, Pac said, you know, we're going to do this as a team. We're going to do it united. You know, some of the comments he has made and the things he's done, so, you know, try to divide us, and, you know, we're not for that. You know, we're going to do this as a team. You know, we have a voice. We're going to be making heard, and, you know, regardless, at the end of the day, you know, this is about basketball, but then sometimes it gets bigger than that, so we need to make a stand sometimes on things that we do, and when that point in time comes, we're going to talk about it as a team, but we're going to make sure that we're doing it united as a team. Yeah, for sure. Because it's the things that are going on in our community, and I think that we all have a voice in that. And if we're not the biggest role models in our community, we might not be LeBron James or Steph Curry, but in the community we're faces that can be heard and people can look up to, and that means a lot to people.
Did you study at all what happened with Derrick Rose and his ACL and the recuperation, and did you talk to him at all about that?
I studied a little bit, and it seemed that he worked his way back to being actually like the same what I was doing, better and faster than what he did. He had another mishap when he tore it again, and it's very unfortunate. But I talked to him. I caught him a couple times out in LA. I think we just bumped into each other. Just asked me how I'm doing, keep my head up. Everything's gonna be cool. He knows I work hard. Outside of that, didn't really talk to him much, but he's all good now. So that's
one other quick thing. After in his return, he stopped dunking like he had before.
Yeah.
You're known for that athletic dunk contest wins, all that.
Yeah.
Are you going to inhibit your game at all as far as doing those kind of dunking that you did before?
I have no, fear of going through the lane or, jumping anything like that. I'm not going to change my game because I got hurt. I think that I'm gonna be just fine. I'm gonna come back, like I said, better than what I was before. So it might be a little bit more of that, So hopefully it'll be, like I said, I'm gonna be just fine.
Zach, a more off the court question. With it reported that your Nike contract is ending, and there's a lot of companies that are very interested in you.
Yeah.
Can you talk about who's shown interest, where your status is, what you're thinking is in terms of what you want, and just about the timing of what this means for you and your brand with you taking a more central role on a team now?
Yeah. Like I said, my Nike contract is up at the end of this month. Nike is still, doing the offering sheets and stuff like that. Going into it's a partnership. I've been with Nike for the last 3 years, and I appreciate everything they've done for me. We're going to look and we're going to evaluate, some of the offers I have. I met with a lot of different brands, and I'm very happy that, to be, like I said, to be wanted is always a good thing. Being moved to Chicago, like I said, puts you in a bigger platform, and you still have to prove that, and I intend to do that. And it's it's an exciting moment. It's exciting that, like I said, to be wanted and to go through that process. It's the first time for me going through a shoe negotiation deal like this, so it's going to be cool.
Zach, of the Bulls who are still here that you were an opponent of, who impresses you that you're with them now, and maybe you've learned a little bit more about them or seen their game more up close?
On the Bulls? Who I really been looking at a lot was with Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis is he's been working on a jump shot. He's knocked down in practice pretty much every 15-footer, pocket passes that he's done. He's an extreme competitor. He's a leader. He uses his voice on defense, and that's all you can look for. Me and him used to play against each other in AAU back in high school, the same class, but he's someone that's definitely stood out. But everybody here has been competing, at such a high level. They bought in really early. People have been here since summer league, working out, being with the team, getting to know the system, and that says a lot. You really don't see that a lot, NBA team, to where you have dudes sticking around for that, that type of a time period. I'm looking forward to it.
Zach, what kind of conversations has your agent had with the Bulls front office about an extension before the deadline in October? Is that something you want to get done, or do you just kind of with the injury want to see how the year plays out and then go from there?
They've had some conversations, and it really doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna let all that take care of itself. I know I'm a big part for this team, and I'm excited to be in negotiations with them. I want to be here for a long period of time. So if it's an hour later, I know it's going to be done either way. But either way, I'm focused on basketball. I'm focused on getting my knee healthy. But it's always good to be in negotiations like that because it means you're wanted, like I said. So we'll see where it goes. Still got a lot of time left to figure that out.
Zach, Fred said he's still figuring out the strengths of this roster. Where do you see the strengths, and what kind of brand of basketball do you expect this team to play?
Up and down, definitely. Coach definitely gets to implement his offense into it, like he said. And, the strengths of the team, the main thing is we're going to be able to compete on a defensive end. Like I said, people have been in here for a long time getting to know the system. And, that continuity, you can't get that without being with each other for a long time. And with a bunch of young guys, we're going to go out there and play our hearts out. At the end of the day, dudes trying to prove themselves, and that's sometimes the scariest thing for people in the league is going up against a team that doesn't care, what people say about them or what, expectations. They're going out there to prove stuff for them, their families. They're trying to provide. So, it's definitely going to be a competing group, and we're going to get after it.
Zach, back to the contract just for a second. Mm-hmm. Management's made clear that they're not trading Jimmy Butler to make you the centerpiece, then letting you walk, obviously. Yeah. So it's going to get done, whether it's this fall or next summer. But if it doesn't happen by October 16th and it goes into next offseason, how will you approach this season mentally, knowing that that's unresolved?
It's no way to approach it differently. It's not like we're in this just to say, I got to play even better now because of my contract. I'm going out each year, because, this is what I love to do. I want to go out there and prove, my worth, for the team. I want to go out there and prove other people wrong. I want to go out there and prove, to my family, different things like that. We love this game. We go out there and play just for that reason. So I'm gonna prepare for this, the same way I have every year, try to improve, try and get better and try to, win games. So, regardless of if it's a contract this year or not, I know it's going to happen one way or another, like you said. So, I'm happy with the situation I'm at, and I'm going to go out there and play my heart out regardless.
Zach, if John Paxson said it's not about wins and losses this year, but putting that young group together and showing progress. If by the All-Star game you're 10-30 or 10-35, and a lot of fans expect that, what's still going to be the motivating factor behind your play and your teammates' play?
I mean, regardless what the record is, what the score is, you still go out there and compete. You never know what's going to happen. If you're in a game, you're down by 20, you're still trying to win the game. You're going into each game looking to win. We're not looking, at wins or losses to where, it proves something as a team. We're trying to go out there and improve, get better every game. And like I said, as long as you compete, we're going to play our hearts out. We're improving every day. I think that's something that you can take as an accomplishment. But, we don't know what our record is going to be yet. People don't put expectations on us regardless. We're going to go out there and play hard. Every team starts 0-0. Expectations don't be made, but at the end of the day, we have the ability to go out there and change those expectations by the way we play. So, I'm looking forward to that.
Zach, going back to your days in Minnesota, how tough was it some of those seasons when you have guys that have the talent and want to do better, but the wins and losses don't come? How difficult is that to go through a full season like that?
I mean, when you're going through that process, like we are here, where it's almost a rebuilding process, and it's you're looking just to improve. It's for Minnesota, it wasn't. We had such a tight locker room. It never seemed like we were in a losing situation. We're going out there, we're competing. It was a fun group, and that's the same way I can already see it is here. There's no way that I don't think even if it was a bad season, good season, we should go out there the same way. The team, the chemistry should be the same, and it was just a lot of fun, man. If our second year we won 28 games or whatever it was, we felt like we were a 50-win team by the way we went out there and competed. The locker room wasn't, sorry for us, something like that. So we're going out there feeling good about ourselves because, we're competing, we're getting better, and we know where we're heading.
Thank you.
All good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.